Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do some hand-painted roses like this. I actually did these on my toes, but that's a really weird angle for me to try and record on. But what I did is I just did these flowers on my big toes, and then the rest of them were just the blue with the white stripes. And to show you this, I'm just using a little clippy nail. You actually clip these onto the nail polish bottles to show you what the color is. Mainly I use them for my gel polishes. This one has some gunk up on here because I actually used it to test doing a water marble. And the color on this is a Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. It is Blue Away. The white I'm using is just a Salon Professional or Salon Perfect that I got from Walmart in Sugar Cube. The pink or peach I'm going to be using is an Insta-Dry as well in Peachy Breeze. The yellow is Insta-Dry Butterfly Stroke. And the green is a Revlon called Posh. So what you'll need for this, I just have a little paper towel here that I use. I kind of fold it over and use it to wipe off my brush. I have a little dish for doing acrylics, but I have it filled with acetone so I can dip my brush in there and then just wipe it off without having to get my fingers all messed up with acetone. And then a Ziploc bag. I use this to dip my polish onto. You can kind of see where I've used it before. If you have big chunks of polish on here, you can actually just pop the polish off and reuse it, and it's just easier for me because it's something I don't really have to clean. If it gets too much on it, I can just throw it away or peel the polish off and not worry about polish reactivating and messing up the colors that I'm working with. So the first thing is the white. Just going to put a little bit on my, well, a little more than that, actually decent sized blob on my Ziploc bag. And I just kind of dip my brush in, twirl it around, and I don't want a huge blob on the tip of the brush. So if that happens, I just kind of wipe it a little bit to the side or dip it to the side so it comes off. But all I'm going to do is just start at the tip of the nail and work my way towards the other end, making a stripe. And if it gets kind of clear towards the end or needs a little extra, that's okay. Just go over it again. The lines don't have to be perfect. I actually think this looks better without perfectly crisp straight lines. And just go to the next to that one and paint another stripe. And then just on the edge here, I'm going to go ahead and kind of do another one and do another one over here. Actually going to wipe that one off. I didn't like how it turned out. I thought it was too far away, so I'm actually going to just kind of come over here and paint a little closer. Like I said, they don't have to be absolutely perfect, just get them on there. You can do thinner lines, fatter lines, closer together, further apart, whatever makes you happy. Just clean your brush off. If you don't clean your brush off well, the polish tends to dry at the tip and then it makes it really hard to paint. So I'm gonna grab my peachy pink put a drop down. And on my toenails, I just did a flower here and here. You can do, if it's actually, if you're doing it on your fingernails and you want to do more, you can do a flower on each corner, like this one. Get one in the middle. Or just do, like I said, one on each side. I think that's what I'm going to do just to show you today. Because, as you can tell by the other nails, I've tried this a few times and the videos didn't work out quite right, and I don't want to paint a whole bunch more. So you just dip into the polish. I don't know if you can see, it's not, there we go. Kind of messed up the white right there, so I'm actually going to just paint over it. And you just paint a blob there. Nothing super special. You don't want it to be a perfect circle. You kind of want to have a little bit of rough edges and edges that pop out a little bit. And then just go ahead and paint my other blob where I'm going to do my other rose. And you can go ahead and just go off the edge a little bit, whatever makes you happy. It's kind of the nice thing about this is whatever's easy for you. And the next color is the yellow. Put another drop out of that. And we're probably going to have to go back in. I always end up having to go back into the pink just to do little touch-ups. It's easier for me to go back and do little touch-ups than to try and get it perfect the first time. So just get a little bit on the tip of your brush and try and make a little swirl like the inside of a rose. And my brush isn't very fine, and right now it's laying kind of flat, so I don't think it's going to work great, but that's okay. Just whatever you can get. You just try and make a little spiral in the middle, or as close as you can get. Mine's obviously not very centered. That's okay. And then after that you just do little arches off of it. And I kind of did the flower a little flat to the side here compared to, because my center's not right, so I'm just going to extend it with the yellow, and then I'll go and extend it a little bit more with the pink in just a second. So that's it for that one. I'm not going to acetone, I'm just going to wipe off the polish real quick and dip back into the pink, which is actually drying up on me pretty fast. I might have to pour some more out. So I just want the center to be a little more defined, so I'm just going in and just doing little dots to make it more defined. And then on my edge here, I just want the edge to be pink. I don't like having the edge completely yellow, so I'm just kind of not very, it doesn't have to be neat or anything, just kind of painting an edge back on there. And then just go in and clean your brush off. Go back in your pink, or nope, sorry, yellow. And do your little spiral. And then your arch is coming off. And sometimes when I'm doing these edges where I'm cleaning up an edge, I actually won't wipe off the yellow, so I'll get a blend of both colors in there with the pink and yellow. And because the nature of the flower, that actually looks pretty good. So I just want to go in, and it actually looks pretty good. I just want to add a little bit of an edge here, and I don't even have to go all the way across, but most of the way, and give it an edge there. So that's that. The last little bit we have to do is our leaves. And this one, just it's not insta-dry, so it does not dry as fast, which is nice for picking up your polish, but I have a really bad habit of sticking my fingers, because I put my pinky out to study and I usually stick my finger in what I just painted, so I just have to be careful here. And grab a good size, let's see if we can get you to see it there, good size chunk on the tip of your brush, and just kind of do a little dot 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 and then bring it out a little bit, and dot 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 and bring it out. And this one I think I want to get a little bit of a leaf right here, so I'm just gonna do that there, and dot 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 and just bring out the tip. And you just basically, you push harder right at the base and then very lightly drag it out for the tip of the rose. And that's all you have to do. Super, super easy. Let's see if we can zoom in on this a little bit. Clear coat on top, make it really shiny and pretty.